I'm usually recording on my computer, and I'm doing this by my phone, so I hope you can hear me okay. I hope so. Anyway, while I am preparing and downloading for a video that I'm working on, I'm also microneedling and tattooing my brows, so deal with it. This is just the pros and cons to actually doing some microneedling, and I needed to fix my brows a little bit. So as I'm waiting for more freezing to kick in and I'm downloading my videos, I thought, hey, there's a couple of you who are really hoping that I would do some more readings like I did yesterday. So I thought I would jump on. The only thing is, this way I can't really see. Hey, Anne, I was thinking of you. I'm only here because of you. You were like, oh, I hope I get to see you later. But I am going to do the signs a little later. And right, like I said, I'm being a little delayed because I'm working on tattooing. And see, you've been waiting. So I thought I would jump on and just do a couple of free reads while I am in this healing process. And I am waiting for some freezing to still kick in on my brows. And so I thought, oh well, I'm working on a manifesting video. I'm hoping that you're all gonna watch it later, and I don't have to so worry about my microphone. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Hey, pretty girly. Love that name. My business is called I Feel Pretty, so I'm all about pretty. Can everybody hear me okay? Why does my mother treat me so badly? She always wants to ruin my image. All right, can everybody hear me okay? Okay. The sound is okay? Perfect. I only say that because I'm so used to using my microphone here, and this is going through my phone. All right, so Anne and Pretty Girly, I see Pretty Girly is asking some questions about a relationship with you and your mother. And it looks like you're saying that there is a little karmic lesson here regarding why does my mother treat me so badly? She always wants to ruin my image. All right, so I'm going to answer this a little bit before I pull some more cards on it, and think of your question. But I'm thinking of, like you were interested in, what's the tea, and checking in on what's going on there. So when I teach about manifestation, Pretty girly, there is something that is about our energy and how we experience these energies in another. When it comes to your parents, your people that you have in your own family dynamic that you are exposed to, this has a lot to do with past life karma. It also has a lot to do with lessons that may be healing in ancestral. So there may be a certain dynamic that is repeated through the different generations, and it's important for you or somebody in your family to heal that karmic imprint that seems to be coming through genetically. And so if your parent is always trying to distort your image, maybe perhaps there is a way that they don't see you or hear you. It's all really about projections. There is an understanding that you may have to see here. And so what we have to look at is our genetic makeup, our human design, and how we connect with others. And when we're looking at how we connect with others, many of us depend on others to provide us with who we are. So when we can detach ourselves from a relationship with another, it's easier for us to really be self-aware and look at who we are and be able to fully be present in how we're going to manifest these relationships moving forward, because we can't control their behavior ever. We can't change how a person reacts to us, but how we are projecting our own energy will change the experience you may have with another. All right? I hope that's really clear. So, as you are in a position, pretty girly, and I love that name, but pretty girly, if somebody is projecting onto you to distort your self-image, sometimes what we look at is, first of all, when we look at how they have that power to change that image of you, has a lot to do with what kind of power are you giving to someone else to be able to distort anything it is about you. Your parent, we automatically assume this is our teacher, this is our supporter, this is our provider, this is the one who's going to give us our initial state of nurturing. And sometimes the parent doesn't have the proper tools to provide with what we need. And it's not for you to overcompensate for that. But in most cases, most of us overcompensate, and that's why we are people pleasers. We're constantly doing, and we create this energy of people becoming more and more in a self-absorbed environment, because our energy is being pushed out so much to heal another that, and it's not necessary. So what I want you to do is look very closely to how you are sharing your idea of your image with another, and how you can contain your own idea of who you are and not allowing others. Yeah, so pretty girl, I understand what you're saying is she tells you that no one will accept you because you probably are being in a way that is not the same as her. And so because of that, she is feeling that, oh, maybe you're doing something, you're bringing a lot of attention to yourself. If you're doing something and bringing a lot of attention to yourself, that may make her feel that, oh, I don't know if I want that kind of attention. But that's her. Whether or not you go out with her or whether or not you go out with yourself, that's up to you with what kind of attention you want to bring to yourself. But if she feels that with her saying that, she's saying that you're going to bring a certain attention to you, and it may be not the type of attention she wants to bring onto herself. Yes, and so that's that distortion. There's that distortion that I was talking about. So that's why that distortion has a lot to do with perception. And so my perception of me may be different than another's perception of me. And I have no way of controlling how another sees me. But the only thing that matters is how I see myself. And remember that, all right? So let me get with your reading. Let me start with your reading. All right, pretty girly. I like that name. I really like that name. I really do. Yes, but when you're saying all of these words, that you're expressing how you feel, this is all about you giving her the power to do all these things for you. She doesn't want me to buy clothes or anything or take care of my body. And you're not in imprisonment. So you're making it seem like you're in a form of imprisonment where you have no control over your own decisions. I know that you're getting, I can't express myself. So you want to express yourself. And your mother is not allowing you to express yourself the way you want to to be expressing yourself. All right. So why? Well, I'm getting here that wild side. There may be a side of you that may be a little different than hers. You want to have a little fun. Maybe you want to express yourself. And maybe it's something that you feel like you're not able to experience within yourself. You're pretty fed up with the situation. I see that you are finding this is not serving you no more, and it's interfering with your growth. And so, you just want to look for some validation that it's okay. So I'll address that in a moment, because realistically that's about another situation. That's about another form of responsibilities. So your feelings in this situation is, you're quite stressed and you're over analyzing this. You're looking at this as some form of overthinking. Maybe you're overstressed. Maybe you're thinking about this too much, because you need to improve your financial circumstances. Well, you may be tired of dealing with her, but in order for you to empower yourself to make that choice, you need to get your own finances in order so you can make those choices yourself. It looks like you're trying to distract yourself with these things that you want to buy from the real thing of why you're upset. You're upset that you cannot get what you feel like you deserve. You feel a little bit like you are not able to receive what you want. Yes, you hope to find a job, but buying these things, it's not really so much about what you want to be seen, but you basically feel like by buying these things it will make you feel good. Yes. And for you need to find a job. Sorry, I'm moving my hand out of your way. I'm sorry about that. I want to get these cards to help you out here. So let's look at that a little bit further, okay, shall we? Let's look at towards a little bit more about you getting a job, and not so much about what's going on with your mother. Because what's going on with your mother is that she feels as long as you don't have a job, you don't have a means to buy anything. And she thinks that she's trying to discipline you to talk about how you can spend your money at this time. Again, don't look at the microneedling on my face. So right now, there is not a commitment that you guys can work on that has anything to do with you can see eye to eye. You're not able to see eye to eye because you are feeling like you want a few things to be able to look good, to get a job, and that if you look good, and so money will be easy for you to make, that you will be able to make money in a very easy way. And you want money to come to you easily. But she's thinking, well, you should be focusing not on wearing something, but getting a job. And for you, everywhere you look outside of yourself, you're seeing everybody, looking good, being prosperous, being very abundant. And so you want to see that you can spend money and experience that money. Even when I was working, she didn't want you to buy. Again, I'm not sure how old you are, and realistically, if you're watching this, you are supposed to be over the age of 18. But there seems to be something going on where your mother is in charge of your money, and so that is something that is, who has the power over your money depends on how much responsibility that you have to take upon money. Money is an energy, and that's it. We use it to pay for our roof over our head, for our survival and our means, and clothing is not a necessity. And that's what she's probably trying to say, is she wants you to focus on your priorities first and then work on the things that seem to be important elsewhere. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That just means that beauty comes from knowing that you're beautiful. You can't become beautiful. You are beautiful. And understand that every single day you become more beautiful. Every single day you're beautiful when you believe that you're beautiful. Be unstoppable in your own beauty. And it doesn't matter what that is to anybody else, as long as you believe in it. Because really, beautiful is everybody. We're all beautiful. It doesn't matter how you see another, because it is not in our divine feminine energy to be in competition with another. We're all beautiful. It's just that some people are more confident, some people are more magnetic. And so you want to be in your magnetic, beautiful self. In order to do that, you have to hold on to that energy. Again, you know what? All sorts of people are going to compare and criticize me. All sorts of people are going to do that. We are all going to be exposed by all of those individuals who tend to judge another. So let's look at that. Let's focus your energy on you finding a job and you being able to support yourself, because the dynamic that you're sharing with me has a lot to do with somehow you have to be giving your power to someone else. And that's because you are dependent on somebody else to provide for you. And so until you get independent, you won't be able to provide for yourself. So you need to get a job in order for you to be independent for yourself. So let's look at that a little bit, all right? That's what we need to see. Let's look at what's going on here. Because, one thing you have to believe, every single day when you wake up, you have to believe you're special. You have to believe that you are divine. You have to feel energy that is beyond yourself, that you can't get enough of, that you know that you are taking on this energy, that you are blessed to be able to experience this energy and be able to experience this energy, and you know it's a gift, and you know that it's you're experiencing it today, and that energy is going to bless you with a job. And that's how it starts. This is how we manifest. We manifest by being provoked by an idea, by inspiration, and that's what creates our creativity. So as we get that spark, we will go and look. Remember, you're overthinking and you're focusing about something that is distracting you. Because right now, it's hard for you to see you don't have a job. You're in a situation where you need to focus on getting a job, and you don't know how to be able to receive that. So you're focusing on those little things that is making you upset, because you're upset you don't have a job. So instead, get into receiving mode. Get into a state where you can receive that job. Now, that doesn't mean the job is going to come knocking at your door, falling into your lap without you doing anything. You're going to get the nudges, and you need to follow through those nudges. You need to get your resume in order. You need to be able to put your resumes out, and you may have to go and reach for a job that may be adequate to start off with and not be such a successful, giving you a high value job, because you may have to start off slow. But each and every day when you wake up and you feel so special, you feel that you are connected with the divine, you feel like energy you have never experienced before, you can't get it enough, that's where you start. And right after I'm done this video that I'm working on is to attract abundance, is to be fulfilled and have lots of money. So after we're done here, you may want to look for that video because I'm posting that real soon. I'm working on that video right now, and that's why I'm not doing this video through my computer, because I'm downloading and uploading some videos to make that work. So let's look at a little bit of a timeline. All right, let's see what's, well, actually I want to get some other information before we get our timeline. All right, let's look at the lesson. Well, first of all, one of the things that you have to heal is how you see yourself. You have to see yourself as special, just like I had said, that you are already divine. Let's look at influences. All right, so here you want to have a job that you can work towards, but you have to work hard towards. You'll have to get passionate about it. You have to believe that you're valuable. You have to believe of your self-worth, and you have to let go of any competition, jealousy, or rivalry. So you have to make sure that you do up a resume that's going to be effective. You have to have the look that you know there's no one else that's going to take that job away from you. You have to not only focus on it, but stop allowing anybody to take away your truth. Don't look for someone to contact you. You need to go and contact them. Don't look for somebody to say you're not good enough. No, you believe you're the one for the job. You believe that there is nothing going to stop them from giving you this job. It is an energy. And so don't move forward until you've got your resume, got your suit for your interview, and prepare yourself mentally to do it. Because if you do it too soon, you may get discouraged. It's all energy. And this is what you need to heal. You see, you are courageous, determined, gorgeous. You can do it. Energetically, that's all you have to do, is realize there is 100 other people out there trying to get the job, because they all need money. Everybody needs money. And even people who don't need money are going to go and try to get the job because money is accessible by everyone. But the one who is the magnet is going to be the one who's going to attract it, and the one who embraces the fact that they deserve it, that they know that this is money that they can easily accept. This is the thing. When we feel it in our own bodies, right? Our chakras are aligned with our bodies. This is what I'm just working on right now. And so, like I said, after we're done this, look for the next video I'm going to be posting in about, I would say, an hour. And it will help you. It's a meditation that you're going to listen to and you'll do every day. It's going to help you in alignment and get in alignment with that money. All right. So, but I am seeing you being very joyful and very secure. Not so much financially, but you definitely got the passion for it. And the time frame that I'm getting now. It's time for you to do it now. Not later, not next week, not a month from now. But if you get your energy into the position of where you need to be, the time is now. This is where you start. This is when you start. This is where you're going to follow through. And if you can do that, the timeline of when you may receive a job, it says even tomorrow it looks promising. So this is all energy. And if you are like, that's the thing. You just have to believe it in order to create it, in order for you to follow through with it. And with everything that I just said, you can see how you can hold on to that energy to get into receiving mode. Because receiving mode is divine feminine. It is being magnificently being holding on to the energy of being beautiful, being vibrant, and being exactly what they're looking for. And that's how you get into alignment. Now, right now, they're making it seem like it's going to be any day now. All you have to do is hold on to that energy. All right? I hope that helps you. And like I said, go look for that video. I'll be posting it soon. I'm working on it. It's called Activate Your Chakras, Align with Wealth, and Attract the Life You Desire. Thank you for joining my channel. And I hope that you go and subscribe so you can go and get more of these readings. All right, Anne. What's the T for Anne? You're welcome, pretty girly. I hope that helps you. And I definitely know that the video that I'll be posting really soon will definitely help you. And don't pay attention to my face because I'm microneedled. But I don't know if I can scroll up or down. Let me see. Can I have an update on my husband, please? Is he still coming towards me, please? All right. So let's talk about that, Anne. Are you here, Anne? All right. And let's talk about that. Let's look at, before I get into reading, let's talk about how you're manifesting right there. All right. So you're manifesting from a place of, I need validation. I'm not sure if this is happening. You said that he's coming towards me if I follow through with the energy I was in. So are you asking, are you still in that manifesting phase, or is things now different? And it seems like there is a lesson here that is coming through regarding trust, that he wants you and not somebody else. So there is something here. Let's look into this a little more. Let's look at their current feelings. All right. Let me just deal a couple more cards. So I see here that you are waiting for an offer. You are looking to see if he is going to offer a reconciliation with you. And you're looking to see if this is coming. And I'm getting that they don't know who they are anymore. They are questioning. They're questioning if, oh, you are questioning. If I said, hey, let's me and you take off for a while. Let's run away from the world. Will you come with me? Will you listen to all the things I want to say to you? Will you trust me? Will you believe me? And that is the thing that I want you to see here, Anne, is there is something to do with this connection that you are looking for validation that they are on the same page as you. You are looking at them about, I want to escape with you. I want to run away with you. I want to be heard by you. I want you to believe me and trust me. And the question is, do you feel empty and hollow inside that you can't open up right now? Or are you concerned that they feel empty and hollow inside, that they can't experience any of these with you? Because when they say they don't want to be contacted right now, they want to be wished to be left alone, it's confusing because you're thinking, well, if they like me, then why don't they want to engage with me? And so there is a possibility they're distracting themselves to avoid thinking about you. They are in a state where they're saying, listen, I don't know what I want. Because I don't know what I want, I'm shutting down. Because of the fact you want me to experience these things with you, and I really don't know what I want. I feel like there's something that I need to experience, and I don't know what it is. You see, you figured it out, but I didn't. And so what they're doing is they are trying to figure out how to listen to themselves, how to be able to understand what they want on their own. Because right now, you are wanting them to contact you, but instead they're acting like they don't want to be disturbed. You are saying, well, if they like me, then why are they not contacting me? And it's maybe because of the fact it's because it's been a while and hoping he would know what he want by now. But he may be just distracting himself because he's avoiding thinking of you. Maybe he's going through trying to heal, trying to forget about you. And that's the thing. People try to heal the pain that it was experienced instead of looking at, oh, maybe I can fix this. Maybe I can fix this. So let's look at their view. Let's look at their view right now. They don't feel very deserving of you. They feel that whatever has happened between you two, they can't seem to see themselves as being able to deserve what you're doing. You're being very nice. You're being very understanding. I don't think they can forgive themselves for something that they have done. And I don't know what that is, but it seems like that's how they're seeing themselves. They don't feel worthy. They feel uneasy. They don't even know what to do to fix it. So the reason they haven't come forward is because to them, they don't know. They don't know how to fix it. They don't know how to make it right. They're kind of lost. They're in this place of lack of optimism. There's no optimism for them. You know, they do dream about the future together. They do look at growing old together. They look at the ways that right now their life has gone upside down, where everything that they've seen as a future for you two has been shattered. So they did see the future with you two together. So let's look at their behaviors and actions. So, can you accept them? Can you accept them for the way that they are? Because there seems to be an energy of them trying to change themselves. They're trying to change themselves, but they know that they can't accept themselves. And so, if their behavior and actions is trying to accept themselves as they are, they'll be able to help themselves move on. I think that they're in a victim mentality and they feel like you deserve someone better because there's something about themselves that they can't change. And it's not that you don't accept them, they can't accept it. They just don't like that part of them. They don't like who they are. What is this influenced by? I'm getting what is this influenced by, and it's like drama. Their priorities is coming together. Their priorities is coming together. Yes, I can always have done it, just a few things I wanted him to change. Yeah, but this is the thing. What if he doesn't change? It's easy for us to fantasize on seeing the good things if they change. But if he was not to change, how are you shortchanging yourself? Because maybe that's where you're not compatible. There are certain things about, that you feel his behavior is not so, we're all flawed. And if you can't accept, if his priority and decision is to be who you want him to be, then why can't you accept him for who he is in the first place? Because there seems to be a big energy here about trying to change them. And that is seeming to be a problem here. So let's look at some lessons. All right. So the lessons that I'm getting here is, first of all, there seems to be a disbelief, a believing in this can be happening. Again, I think this is important for us not to be pointing any fingers, because if someone has trauma they have to endure and work out, at some point in your relationship you were with him. And so when we hear that you have to heal, they have to heal their trauma in order for you two to be together, I don't really process that the same way. I really feel that if you were together already and now that certain things have come out to the open, it's not that the wounds have to be healed. It's that now that you know the information, how you're going to process it, what are you willing to do? And so, there's all sorts of people who are together who have all sorts of inner child healing that needs to be done. Really, the healing child has nothing to do with the other. So his inner child trauma is just his perception of you and the experiences that you have. You can't change that. You can't even do the work for him. That is up to him to make that decision for himself. But I am seeing here that you don't believe that things can work out with him. Like, you are wishful that he will miraculously change, but could it be okay for things to, I'm sorry, I'm getting all these messages that are irritating me so much. If there was a way that you could believe more and see that things are happening the way they should, like you're not, it's like you feel that the meditations and the way that you are manifesting is why is there such resistance there? It just seems like there is a lot of resistance, and you're inspired by this man, but I don't see you actually in receiving mode of this man. And there's a difference. It seems like there is something to do with seeing it truly happening through the meditation, instead of being inspired by this man to actually see this happening. It's like you don't, it's like that's why you need this validation. You need it to be inspired that it can be true. I'm going to ask you, Anne, if you say, well, we just need that communication, I'm not sure why you're not initiating a communication in that way. Like I'm thinking that if there was a conversation that would open the door to that communication, well, that's you. That's on you. That's on you. You need to understand, you don't have to go and reach out and say, we need to talk. That's not how it works. First, you got to go and open up the door to communication where you can kindly say, hey, it's a nice day today. And that's it. Yeah. So that's inner child work that you have to do, because that's like you standing up in front of the classroom doing a presentation and you feel everybody's watching you and you're scared that you're gonna, stutter. But if you were just standing in front of the room and saying hi to everyone, it's a lot easier. And that's all you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to initiate the whole conversation and control another person. All you're doing is opening up the door to speak words. And that's all you're trying to do, is to say, hi, it's a nice day. How you doing? And that's it. There's a lot to do with you activate it in your soul to find your true purpose and destiny in life. And this person has helped you in so many ways that nobody else could. And so even if you opened up the door to feel that this person is important to you, and just saying, hi, I just want to know how you're doing. You're important to me. Yeah. Well, so that's the thing. I understand that you're blocked off to everything, but is there a potential that this person has blocked you off because he doesn't know how to process the pain that he's going through? It doesn't matter what wounds he's going through. There's a reason he's being triggered. And whether it is you, whether it is his wounds, whether it is his childhood, once you were married. So this is why it's important for you to understand, don't put so onus on this person being your twin flame, because then that puts more pressure on you. You're saying that there's a conversation that needs to be encouraged, And because you've been blocked on everything, you don't have the ability to say, hey, how you doing? And I see here, it keeps on coming up. It would be nice to escape again to the way things used to be before everything went downhill. I am getting that during the month of May, during the month of May, you may hear back from him. And I'm pretty sure when we were talking about your messages before, there was going to take some time. You regret what? Messaging him because you were heartbroken? Isn't that a normal reaction to going through such a challenge where he was trying to control a situation and you didn't want that situation to happen? That is called control. And so he blocked you. Blocking is a form of control. He didn't want to hear what you had to say, so that's his reaction. So this is the thing. If you reached out and said, I've done some thinking over time, and I would like to see if we could be able to open the door to communication. We don't have to talk about anything, just be able to see how you're doing. Yes. Would you feel like you would be getting a lot of response if he felt like you were hurting? That would make him feel guilty. And so what is he going? He doesn't feel like he has to address your pain. That's your pain. You need to go through your own healing just like he does. The fact that he's making a decision to end the marriage took a lot of emotional work for him to go through. And I don't believe in regrets. I believe that we do different things in a different process of healing. And so if you feel like you could control yourself and be able to send messages that you can be in more control of your behavior and not have any expectations and just be able to address, I would like just to see how you're doing. I think about you sometimes. You are important to me. That may be all you can do. Again, Anne, you're not understanding what I'm trying to say to you. When a marriage goes through a change, people process in different ways, and you're not registering at all how he's processing or what he's feeling or what he's thinking or what he's doing. All you're thinking about is your own pain. You are immersed in your own pain and you're projecting onto him. And just the fact that, I was telling him how I was hurt and how I love him, none of this is mattered of what I'm trying to express to you. What I'm trying to say is all he's thinking about is his own guilt, his own trying to figure out what he wants to do. And it doesn't have anything to do with you feeling unworthy, being not valuable, or any of those things that you are projecting. Those are things that is your inner child and wounds that you have to heal. And so those are the reason why his response is for you, like when I say for you to be able to initiate, to have a conversation just to say, hey, I would like to know how you're doing. It would be only that intention to open a door to have communication with no expectation. Because for you to project onto him the pain you went through, how much you love him, all of this emotional stuff, that's going to make someone overwhelmed, and they are not wanting to deal with that. Emotions are your own stuff and not to be projected onto someone else. And so your emotions of how you feel, you're assuming that they're part of that. And so that's where we can overwhelm somebody with all of our emotional needs. And that is the inner child healing that you need. Your emotions that you're projecting onto someone else is all of those emotions that were never addressed from somewhere else. His part of the partnership is making the decision to end this relationship because he didn't feel that he could live up to your standards and be the man that's supposed to be the one to love you. He didn't even know what that was. He didn't even know what that meant. So he needed to take some time away to process and feel and check out, how does he feel? Now that there is some time that's going past and he had a little break from you, maybe it's time for him to process how he feels. But this is not the time to have that discussion. After a year, you don't want to open up the door and feel any of those emotions because guilt is the lowest vibration. You're not going anywhere if that starts happening. You telling him how much pain you went through is not going to help. None of that's going to help. Because you are going into emotions. And right now, that is not, hey, I just wanted to know how you feel. How you doing? What's going on with your life? Catching up. Because as soon as you take it from now and take it back to the past, all that other stuff is going to come up. You need to have an ongoing conversation where you can begin from the now. From this point forward, not the past, but forward. And that's what we all have to realize, is that when there is a connection with somebody from the past, time has evolved. You have healed. You have done your work. You have made changes to your life. But as soon as you start projecting all of those emotions of what you had to go through to come up to this point, how they processed it is so much different. And so you're not going to feel aligned. You're going to be feeling a whole bunch of emotions of resentment, and they're going to feel the guilt, and there's just a lot of heavy energies that's not going to feel good. So it's important for you to go back to physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. First, believe. That's where it starts. Believing that everything can be okay now. Believing that what you wouldn't tolerate before, you can. Believing that what he wouldn't tolerate before, he can. Believing that you're on the same page. Believing that you are compatible. Believing that you can make it work out. Then it comes to emotion. You have to get your emotions in order and be able to be free of all the pain and disappointment and resentments and all the trouble and all the thing that you had to go through. You have to be able to be ready to do that. Then you have to go and look at mentally. You know, when it comes to resentment and come to finger pointing whose fault it is, ego gets in the way. Mentally, set yourself up with the progress and follow that progress. Don't allow your emotions to override your thoughts. Don't allow your emotions to take over and all of a sudden you're spiraling. follow through with a plan that is going to have a point of, this is what I want. And so you're making yourself some kind of way of a plan. Because if you have these expectations that's really high in the chart, it may never follow through. So you want to believe with spirituality, and then you want to go through a process of where you can emotionally regulate yourself, mentally put yourself in a plan, and then spiritually follow through with it. It would be simple as that. Crow's Nest, you can ask a question as long as you're subscribed. I will always ask everybody to subscribe to my channel in order for me to connect with the energy of exchange. So you can ask a question, but if you don't follow through with that, I may not be able to connect with your energy wisely. Just saying. All right. And I hope that helps you out. Thank you, Crow's Nest. And I only do that because I feel that just as much as me giving, it is about you receiving too. And I hope you heard what I was saying there. I think that in order for things to go in a direction that will produce results, you got to take all of that emotions, because I think he's got a lot of emotions that's built up over time too, that he's still trying to figure out and put in boxes and trying to process what he's going through. And so by you doing that, it's just going to trigger a lot of emotional shutdown, and he's going to stonewall you. And so that's why you need to create a safe space where he could start feeling again that possibility between you two. All right. My name is Jessica, and I'd like to know how tonight will go for me. Love or general, whatever comes out. I haven't gone out in a while, and I'm trying to get out of my shell today. I'm single. Okay, Jessica. What's the best videos to watch for this? The Limerence, the Violet Flame, the one with the violet flame. All right, Jessica. Well, congratulations, Jessica, that you are taking some time to go out. Again, just like everybody else's readings, I'm going to give you a little bit of a manifesting trick. Again, if you're just joining my channel, I did some micro needling on my face today, so please bear with me because I did some micro needling and did my brows. I can't put any makeup on, and so I'm just healing. All right, so Crow's Nest, you're talking about tonight, just moving forward, just understand something. We just got Venus going direct. We've got Mercury going direct. We have finally, all the planets are going direct. So this is a good decision to do it now and not before. Because if you went and tried to do it a week ago, it would have been a lot of karma being energetically invading. Yeah. So let's see what's happening for you. All right, Jessica. Let's check in and see if I can tap in what can come up. I appreciate you too, Anne. I'll have to check. I know that I want to do a few videos to look into that a little bit. Unrequited love is one that we have to do a lot of self-healing. I do see that you're going out tonight, Jessica. And it looks like you're also looking for some comments to come your way. So it looks like you're looking for some attention, but not in a negative way. Just, you're just kind of fishing for some compliments that you're valuable, you're worthy. It's coming through. All right, so let's look into this a little bit. Why? Just give me a moment here. I'm seeing something here, and I just want to check it out. Do you have a manifesting board or some kind of an idea? No, I don't have the Tower coming out. But I have the Tower healing at the bottom of the deck. All right? This is the Tower upside down. And the Tower is about healing. It is about repairing. All right? So, this is what I'm getting. You are thinking of going somewhere, and you are going to be fishing for some compliments, some validation, but you're not looking for that. You're not looking for something superficial, but you are looking for a commitment, but you're looking for somebody who has a little money. All right. You're looking for somebody who is going to value your worth. But right now, energetically, you feel like your life is a little messy right now. You're like, I need to figure myself out. I'm looking to see what I can manifest. I feel like I have to let go of myself in order to find myself. And so you're kind of like, it's like you're a high roller and playing this game of chance and looking at, because you have this fantasy. It's kind of like this idea in your head that you use for inspiration. You use these it's like your dreams or your fantasy. It's kind of like you're using it for your inspiration, and you see yourself in love. You see forever. You see this happily ever after, and you have these videos or pictures that you save, and you're using this for your inspiration. I am seeing that you are manifesting someone that is going to love you deeply, and it's going to put you in your divine feminine energy, and it's important for you to stay there. And it will be healing quite a bit of some energy where you feel that you could not grow before. You feel, hey, Jessica, I'm talking to Jessica. So when you hear me saying Jessica, I'm actually talking to another Jessica. So here you want this person who's going to be stable, financially secure, but this person is going to actually bring in a little bit of compassion and be a little trustworthy. And this is the thing, you need to understand how you can be a magnet and create this energy by, maybe you have to visualize, maybe you have to see this picture, this ideal way that how things are going to fall through. Maybe these dreams that I was talking about, this fantasy that I was talking about, is, if you're not doing it, you need to do it, because right now, by you being the divine feminine and attracting this person who is going to be compassionate and giving and nurturing and love you, but also be financially stable, if you can't seem to find yourself and know who you are, and you're looking for someone to help figure out your life because it's a little bit of messy, well, this is why this is upside down. It may not go anywhere, and this is a trouble. Now it's nice because it seems like the tower, you suspected the tower was coming out. You're ready, spaghetti. Well, you felt like with the tower was going to come out. The tower did come out, but the tower came out upside down. And it's like, I'm ready for anything. I'm not ready for any sudden surprises. I'm not ready for any shock and awe, and it's going to, like, everything is going to fall apart. I'm on the other end of that now. I had to go and clean up myself, and I'm still just waiting to see what's going to happen out of it. You see, I'm seeing that you were the one always doing all the work, and this is not supposed to be the energy anymore. You see, that's why you can't figure things out, because you're coming from a new energy. You're trying to get into your divine feminine energy, and you used to be in this energy of masculine energy where you did all the work. You made things happen. It was up to you to do the inner work, and you to be able to be the one in control. This has a lot to do with your childhood and your inner child. And if you look back to your youth, you're going to see that there are memories that should be very comfortable, but you've attracted a lot of people that had a lot to do with your inner child and your youth. And that meant you attracted quite a few people who were mirroring that. And it kind of like, it sometimes didn't feel good. And so that's the thing, is you didn't feel like you could be always on the same page. You didn't feel that you could recover. Yeah. So you attract narcissistic men because you're the giver, you're the overgiver, you're the people pleaser. You are doing that because somewhere you did not get that emotional support that you needed when you were growing up. And so because of that, you go out, you look for that attention. Guess who is going to give you that attention? The narcissist. The narcissists are going to be ones that's going to seem like they're showing off a little bit, that they got some money, they're really paying attention to themselves, and they're really going to show up in a way to seem really attractive. But it's not about you. It's about them validating themselves. And that's important for you to understand. You want to attract the King of Cups, not the King of Wands. You want to attract somebody who is going to be compassionate and understanding and nurturing. I'm going to be doing the sign readings a little bit later on today. I haven't got around to doing that. Some people asked me to do some private readings, because it's not for you to be speaking the truth and being outspoken and telling everybody what they should do. Actually, this is your being defensive and reenacting your childhood over and over again. So right now, there is some avoidance that happens because you love it when they kind of love bomb, they kind of make it easy, but there is some avoidance in you because you don't want to get hurt no more. So you like it when it seems like they're doing all the work, but again, I think it has a lot to do with validation. It's something to do with you needing to have validation, to seeing that you are in abundance, that you are valuable, that you are worthy. And instead, you have to believe and manifest instead of you overcompensating that. You need to see that you can start being open to meeting somebody romantically that will be not so dramatic and be more emotional. Now, this is important for me to share with you. In order for you not to attract avoidant attachment, narcissistic people, they may not feel comfortable to you at first. They may not seem so pulling in and traction. They're not going to feel, you're not going to, because that pull that we're talking about, that real deep attraction, that's karmic. Karmic means healing. And either you are going to be pulled to heal them, you're going to be wanting to heal them, or you want them to heal you. Yeah. The good men may feel boring or uncomfortable at first, because if you're, Einstein says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. So if you are going by that gut feeling, that attraction, that pull, you're like, oh, this is so, intoxicating. And it always ends up to be trouble. Do you see what I mean? If you are willing to have conversations, get to know someone, get to see how things evolve over time. Because I do see sometime in the future, you're going to meet someone very, very special. You are going to meet somebody very, very special. And right now, maybe you have the power to make it happen whenever you wish to make the creation done. So let's I didn't ask that yet. Let's I was kind of working up to energetically. So let's go further into this. Let's see, by your action, that's all right, by your action of going out tonight, what can happen out of this? What could be the result of you going out tonight? What could be the result of you going out tonight? All right. So, you're going to realize when you go out tonight that your singlehood is going to stay single, all right? But what you are going to discover is, your life as it is being single is not over. However, you're going to be able to see through the red flags. You're going to be able to see that a lot of that work that you have done, you've done it. It's, you know what? It's not that they're not choosing you. You're not choosing them. You're going to see that most of these guys that are available and showing up is because you don't want them, but nobody else does either, right? So you're really close, so you're really close. You are needing to, this is really about you just going out and socializing. You just going out and just experiencing being around people. Because when you meet that person, it's not because you're looking for them, but you need to know that you're so close. Yeah, you just got to get out and socialize. Just, you are in hermit mode. You are in hermit mode. So you kind of like, I've been searching for the truth, trying to figure it out, seeing what's going on. I've discovered a lot of things. It's time for you to see that maybe you're not so happy in this way. And, what is willing to give to your energy as well as you give, because emotionally you don't feel that you're complete right now. But you know, mentally you're ready. Mentally you're ready. And right now you're not feeling that inspiration to hook up with anybody. You just want to experience. Yeah, I see that. But you get the tower upside down each time. This is 2 different decks that I used. And so there is a lot of healing that has taken place with you. And no, you are not going to go back to the past. You're not redoing, you're not doing a loop. So this is the thing. Can you be ready to not fall for the gaslighting, not fall for the illusions, not be won over by people trying to bribe you with gifts? Because I see you getting really great success on how you can just engage and socialize. I see you socializing and expanding your circle. And it may feel new, but you just have to trust. But yeah, I do see that it's important for you to take some time and visualize manifesting by visualizing. What does that look like to you? What does that feel like to you? What do you believe about that? How is it that you experience that? What does that look like? I think it's because of the fact that you need this inspiration to put it out to the universe, what you would like to see. And so when you look at energy, you can go and put that energy into a timeline just ahead of you and saying, okay, I'm getting ready to go out tonight, and just put that energy out there where you're going to. Make it high vibrating, make it safe, make it, put that energy all over wherever you're going to sit or be, and just be a magnet and attract all sorts of magnetic energy where you get to have the experiences that you really want. Yeah, well, if you feel like you need someone who is safe and stable, that really is not going to make them look very exciting at the same time. You want to be able to manifest your King of Cups. And the King of Cups is somebody who is more than safe. You're compensating for your own imbalances that are happening right now, because I'm seeing here that you're still trying to find yourself. So how can anybody find you when you're still trying to find yourself, if that makes sense? Yes, Marianne, and I'm just wrapping up this reading, so you can ask a question when I can get to you. Jessica, so if you don't see yourself fully, how are you going to experience somebody seeing you, right? So if you feel that, I don't know what I want, you're going to attract all sorts of different people, and the universe is saying, do you want that? Do you want that? Do you want that? No. Put it out to the universe. Universe, write it down if you want. Universe, I want somebody who is financially stable because I'm working on my stability. I want somebody who can put me as a party because I am willing to put this person as a party in my life. I want somebody who would be devoted because I am a person who devotes myself to someone. I want somebody who will respect me as a partner because I will do the same for them. Write it down and tell the universe, Maybe not tonight. I'm not asking for anything to happen right away, but I'm asking you, universe, move mountains if you may, but I'm ready to go out and meet this person. Send him to me now. And see if it works. And do it every time. Don't put so much energy into your one time going out that you're going to get disappointed. Don't set any expectations. Just put the universe in mind of what you want. Let it go. Go out and have a great time. And tonight might be your night, or it might be another night. But you know the universe is paying attention to what you want. And every single time you give attention to somebody who may not be good for you, and you know it, the universe is paying attention too. And they're like, oh, you're like that narcissistic guy. You know what happens there, right? Like, this is really about him. Are you wanting to get into people pleasing again? If not, pay attention. If they want to give you a little attention, that's fine. But dismiss it and walk away and allow yourself to receive. Don't be people pleasing. Don't be trying to say, see my light? Because I'm going to tell you right now, when your light is lit up, people need to put on the sunglasses because you shine so bright. So allow the person who sees you to be the one who also will continue to see you when you need that validation. Remember, a divine feminine doesn't need validation. They don't need to pursue. They don't need to prove themselves. You are desirable. You just have to, magnetic attraction is all you need. And let everything else happen for you. And if they don't pay attention, that's because they already have somebody else in their head and it's not you. So don't try to compete or fight for their attention, because if they want you, they may even check you out, buy your drink, or even flirt a little bit. You can flirt, that's harmless. No expectation. But if you are fighting for their attention, that's not feminine energy. That's masculine. Because the divine feminine doesn't have any competition. So remember that. Oh, and remember that vision that we talked about. You need to find yourself. How can they see you if you don't see yourself? I see you as a divine feminine, capable, alluring, attractive, got your shit together. If you can't figure it out, journal a little bit. Find yourself. Then you're good. And I'm going to tell you, you just change your energy into being the most magnificent person that people want to talk to. All right. Well, good luck, and I hope you have fun. Update me. Let me know how it goes. All right. Marianne, where's your question? Do you want a tea? Do you want to check to see how things go? What does M feel towards me, and will he approach me? I don't know if this is a connection worth pursuing. All right. Let's look at M's feelings towards you. Just 1 second. I'm just clearing myself. All right. M's feelings towards you. I just felt it was important for me to clear. All right. Marion. Um, are you looking at his social media, or is he looking at yours? Because I'm seeing that someone is checking the other person out on social media, and maybe just checking out, seeing if you're posting anything, seeing what's taking place. And so I'm seeing that you just kind of okay, so this I'm going to go back to this in a bit. So your current feelings, um, I'll talk about, but right now I'm seeing them, and I'm seeing they're a person that they see what they want and they get it. Whatever they want, they get. And I see you or them checking the other person out online. And why? Why? Because they're looking to see if there's another person right now. They really, really care for you, and they really want to be the divine masculine. All right. So, Marian, I see you as their divine feminine. And so they're not really courageous and ready to step forward. I see, let's look into this a little further. Their view of you. So there is something that they can't get past that happened in the past. He may have approached you once. I'm seeing something had happened where there is something that had happened in the past that he can't seem to get past. And so because of that, I'm just going to look a little further into this, okay? All right. So he's used to having whatever he wants. He gets what he wants. And I think he's checking you out on social media. You may have a private social media, and so does he, but he's looking you up. And what I'm seeing is why is because he's looking to see if there's a third party involved. He wants to see if there is someone in your life. I am seeing here that he sees you somebody that he would like to have as, some kind of romance with you. But he also has to be the one in pursuit. He needs to be the one in his energy of the masculine energy. I see a memory that has happened here that still cause a setback. There is a setback that happens regarding something that's happened already. And, they are thinking of a memory with you. There is a memory that they think of, and it helps you connect together. But there is something about that brings them some kind of emotional response. And that emotional response is what is triggering something that's happened to him in the past. I'm seeing that the overall energy here is there is a possibility that the overall energy that I'm seeing here is it's a form of self-protection, that they don't have the courage to feel that this can work out, and they don't feel trusting and understanding because they don't believe in this connection the way they should. They distract themselves to avoid thinking about you. They have to free, they have, all right, so relationships and commitment. This is what haunts them. They have a fear of commitment. They don't, they feel trapped in commitments. So they need to free themselves of those fears and doubts. And so they just like that freedom to be free, to not be attached to anyone. And it's a lot to do with, they don't know why, but it comes from their childhood. They're scared of rejection. So they're scared of rejection. What lessons need to be released? Oh yeah, a lot of negative inner beliefs, a lot of negative thoughts. It's their ego from their childhood. So, yeah, they have here Nine of Swords, which is the most stressful type of, very, very stressed out. And it has a lot to do with dependent relationships. If I depend on you, you're gonna stress me out because I still haven't healed my inner child. And it's not like how they see it that way, but they get automatically triggered into, oh no, I don't know how to do this on my own. I just, this to me is like my childhood all over again. I just, and so they start getting into this weird state of stress. So you see this person as, I'm not going to quit. I'm just going to keep going with this. And the thing is, that's because your light can't be dimmed, but you're not seeing that they think they're good as long as nobody's triggering them. And so you want to fix things and you want to please them, and we just talked about this in the other reading. So it's not that it's not that you are fixed, but you're attracted to people who don't want to be in a relationship because they are cut off, they are shut off, they are, you know, you want to please them, you want to fix them, because this is about your childhood also. This has a lot to do with your childhood being mirrored. So let's go back to this lesson to be learned is to release those wounds of rejection. Wound of rejection. So what if you got a no from him? Would you be okay? Because if you ask the universe, what do I need to do to receive him? Would you be okay if nothing happened between you two? But it might be perfect timing to see what could come out of that. Like, can you accept him the way he is? And yeah, so that's the thing is, we're going back to your question. What does he feel towards you, and will he approach me? I don't know if there's a connection worth pursuing. So I don't want you to step out of your divine feminine energy. Will this person connect with you? Will this person reach out to you? This person doesn't think they can make you happy because they know they can't offer a relationship. Yeah, it's not that they're going to not be confident enough to take initiative. They can't follow through with something serious. Yeah, they'll follow through with lust. They just can't follow through with love. And it's only because of the fact they don't want to get hurt. They, love is a risk to them that it's going to take a long time for them to feel trust. You are being protected by the universe. You are being protected by the universe. So if they are not, pursuing you, it's because they have no intention of giving you what you want. So that's what alignment actually means. Alignment means those who are for you will show up for you. And those who are not reaching out to you, it is not about rejection. So heal the wound of rejection, because there is a wound of rejection that is here. And that has a lot to do, with a wound. And I believe I did a video on that, the healing the wound of rejection, because that wound is what's triggering you to want to pursue someone who may feel like rejecting you because of their own energy of fear, right? So you're in protection mode. You are being protected from somebody until you can heal that wound, because right now you will be easily triggered by feeling rejected, just like them. I think that usually we don't realize that when we're attracted to someone and we feel that energetic pull, that's because there is an energy in both of you that is the same. And that energy is, if you recognize it, that wound, then look in yourself and see if you can recognize that wound in yourself that you see in them. That's where divine feminine is about the magnet. And anything that you look outside of them that they are to support and heal and love, and if there's anything inside of you that seems to be needing to be validated, let them pursue you. Let them see the divine magnet that you are. But once you're trying to once you're trying to pursue or attract outside of yourself, yes, you know, that's the thing. You rejection is protection. Remember that. Rejection is protection. Oh my goodness, my micro needling marks. I can see them. Rejection is protection. And if protection is a good thing, how is rejection a bad thing? All right. I think I'm going to leave it at that today for the readings and messages, just because I think I have to go get something to eat. Oh, I see Ro there. I'm sorry, I was just wrapping up. But anybody who's getting a reading, you have to subscribe. It's just the only way I can feel your energy exchange. And I hope everybody joins me. I have another video that I'm just working on and going to deliver, and it's on manifesting. Thank you, Marion. It's on manifesting so you can attract money in abundance in many ways. I'm going to upload that in the next few minutes. I'm also going to work on, oh, thank you, Ro, thank you. Don't look forward to my videos I'm having coming up. And for those who are trying to work through unrequited love, I did do some videos just recently, and I'm going to see if I can. Thank you, Anne. Yes, thank you, Anne. And Anne, that reading didn't say that he's not coming. I think there is some things that you have to work through in order for you to break the barrier so you can talk. I think that the end result is there. You just need to figure out that you doing the work to break that barrier may not help you out. Maybe you need to believe that he's coming back and let him approach you. I'm getting May, June. He may unblock you. May, June. He's going to unblock you. Look forward to that video that's coming up. And I thank you all for joining me today.